Eala debuts at Australian Open, a new chapter for Filipino tennis. Filipino tennis sensation Eala makes her main draw debut at the Australian Open, AO, in Melbourne on Monday. Since breaking into the top 100 in the Women's Tennis Association, WTA, rankings in March last year after a stellar run at the Miami Open, Eala gained a direct entry in the year's first Grand Slam event after not getting past the first round of the qualifying stages from 2023 to 2025. Wild number 49 Eala sees action in the round of 128 at 9:40 a.m., taking on number 100 Alicia Parks of the United States at Melbourne Park Court 6. "It feels great. I'm super excited," said the 20-year-old Eala on Friday in the tournament's kickstart press conference. "You know, coming in as a main draw player gives a different vibe, especially with the struggles I had in the past coming here. So, I'm super excited coming here in full force," she said. Eala said she's in the best shape possible for her main draw debut appearance after reaching the semifinals at the ASB Classic in Auckland and an exhibition match at the Kooyong Classic in Melbourne. "I think I've planned well and my team has done well to arrive here in the best shape possible. It's a Grand Slam, so we're not looking over that fact, and I'm ready. I'm here," she said. If Eala beats Parks, she will enter the round of 64 and face either Czech Karolina Muchova or Romanian Jacqueline Christian. At the ASB Classic, she dropped Croatians Donna Vekic and Petra Marcinko, and Polish Magda Linette before yielding to Chinese Wang Xinyu in the semis on January 10th. "Getting matches always helps before slams, so I'm confident with how I'm playing. It doesn't mean that matches aren't going to be tough here, so I'm ready for playing here," added Eala, who repeated over Vekic at the Kooyong Classic on January 14th. Eala ranks significantly higher than Parks, but the 25-year-old American will not be an easy opponent. Parks may have fallen at the ASB Classic opener and at the Hobart International second-round qualifiers to start the year, but she is a proven winner, at least in the early stages of not just the Australian Open but the other majors as well. Time she reached the third round of the 2024 Australian Open and the second round of the French Open in Wimbledon in 2023, the same year she ruled the 250 Lyon Open in France and achieved a career-best 40th rank. In comparison, Eala, a 125-level titleist at the Guadalajara Open last September, only moved past the first round of a major once in 3 attempts. She bowed out in the opener of the Roland Garros in Wimbledon last year before getting a breakthrough win at the US Open, taking down Danish Clara Thorsen. Eala will also make her debut in the Australian Open doubles main draw on Tuesday. Times a 2020 AO Juniors doubles champion, Eala teams up with Brazilian Ingrid Martins against the Polish-Japanese tandem of Linette and Shuko Ami in the first round. Eala debuts at the Australian Open, a new chapter for Filipino tennis. The first light of dawn breaks over Melbourne Park, casting a soft glow upon the blue courts that would soon host one of the most electrifying moments in Philippine sports history. Beneath the towering grandstands and amidst the buzz of camera clicks and national flags, one name has captured the imagination not only of Filipinos but of tennis lovers across the world: Alexandra "Alex" Maniego Eala. On this day, January 19, 2026, Eala steps onto the court for her Australian Open main draw debut, having already written chapters of sporting milestones that once lived only in dreams. Her presence here isn't simply another match. It is a landmark moment for Filipino tennis, a story of resilience, identity, and a bold new era for the sport in a nation that has long longed for global representation. From Quezon City dreams to Melbourne reality. Born on May 23, 2005, in Quezon City, Philippines, Alex's journey began with a racket in hand and an unshakable belief that greatness was possible, even if her homeland had never before seen one of its own on tennis's highest stages. She trained relentlessly, refining her craft with discipline and grace, and her left-handed style became a symbol of the unique flair she brought to the sport. Even in her teenage years, Alex was breaking boundaries. In the junior circuit, she made history by becoming the first Filipino to win a girls' singles Grand Slam title at the 2022 US Open, elevating her nation's visibility in a sport dominated by traditional powerhouses. Yet those early triumphs, significant as they were, foreshadowed something far greater on the professional horizon, something that would redefine what Filipino tennis could be. 2025, a breakthrough year. The calendar year 2025 was a tapestry of breakthroughs for Alex. Entering professional events with quiet confidence, she began stacking history after history. At the Miami Open, she stunned the world by defeating multiple former Grand Slam champions and reached the semifinals of a WTA 1000 event, a feat no Filipino had ever achieved before. She became the first Filipino woman to crack the WTA Top 100, eventually rising into the Top 50, a ranking that set the stage for her direct entry into Grand Slam main draws. In the 2025 U.S. Open, Alex delivered a performance that would be spoken of for generations. She overcame a major deficit to stun 14th seed Clara Tauson, becoming the first Filipino to win a Grand Slam main draw match in the Open era. Beyond the global tours, she proudly represented her nation at the SEA Games, capturing gold in women's singles, a moment of national pride that echoed far beyond the tennis court. These achievements were not mere checkboxes on a resume. They were bricks laid in the foundation of a future no longer constrained by history. Every win elevated Filipino tennis from a footnote in the sports annals to a chapter of undeniable substance. Melbourne, the Australian Open debut. Come January 2026, equipped with experience, poise, and a growing fan base, Alex arrived at Melbourne Park, a place that had witnessed champions to be, and now, perhaps, a true trailblazer from Southeast Asia. This would be her first main draw at the Australian Open, completing her appearances across all four majors, something she had not yet achieved in the early stages of her career. Her opening match was set against American Alicia Parks, a seasoned opponent ranked number 100 in the world, known for powerful serves and competitive fire. It was the kind of challenge that demands not just physical skill but mental fortitude, the kind that molds legends. As Alex prepared behind the baseline, the weight of more than just a match rested on her shoulders. There was the history she carried, the hopes of a nation watching from thousands of miles away, and the pride of every young Filipino who had ever thought maybe one day. Her debut was more than athletic, it was symbolic. Tennis and identity, the larger narrative. Why does Alex Eala's debut feel like a national moment? It's because her story resonates beyond tennis. It intersects with identity, representation, and belief. In a country where basketball and boxing often dominate the sports conversation, tennis has existed as a quiet dream for many aspiring athletes, seldom finding a public face on the world stage. Yet Alex didn't just enter tournaments. She transformed perceptions.